Hello and welcome to our call, How to Take Your Power Back. Today, Cheryl and I will be diving into how to shift from self-doubt to being self-made. And we just wanted to say a very warm welcome. We're so happy you're here and that you've invested in yourself today. We appreciate your time and your energy, and we look forward to sharing more with you.
Hello, hello, everyone. I am excited to be here. We're going to talk about how to move past self doubt, and we're going to share our own journeys and how we have stepped into our power and using money as a vehicle for growth and impact. And to hoping that you hear all the tips that we're going to share today to rediscover the power to not only dream again, but also chase those dreams. Yay! So, just a little bit about me. This is my family, and we live in Southern California. And I have a daughter who is my teenager, and then I have Jack, who's my baseball, football, basketball player, and then my little Hunter, who we waited a little bit longer to have. And everyone's like, "Did you do that on purpose?" And I was like, "Yes." I had two kids, and I like really close together to begin with, and then they tired me out, and I was like, no, but I we need one more. And so we had little Hunter. And then the other picture is my mom. She is an inspiration for my mom boss journey. She is now 81. She had me when she was 40. So I'm 40 now. So just like looking at her journey and just she's always been my inspiration and I love my mama. And then we have two pups, Willow and Poppy is way bigger than in that picture now. And she gives us lots of troubles. But we love it. So that's my little family and big family. And then there's a picture of me with half skincare makeup on and half no makeup on, and just like sharing that this journey of Monat has changed my skincare and my wellness and my hair care, but also like what we're going to talk about, taking your power back. This is our team. I think this was in LA, or this could have been somewhere else. At one of our conferences, we get to come together, and I love our conferences. I know the last picture is from LA, and if before money, I wouldn't be taking pictures of posing and all that stuff, but just taking my power back through money has been such a journey, and I love sharing about it. Candace.
And I am Candace. And if you look on the far right here, you see my beautiful family. My husband is a pilot in the Navy, and our oldest is my bonus daughter. I've got to raise her since before she turned 2. I actually threw her second birthday, and she's about to turn 20. I can't even believe I'm saying that. And then we had 3 together. So they were pretty close in age, and all of our girls, fun fact, they're all 5 years apart, which is interesting but also neat to watch each of their relationships develop. And then I wanted to showcase my journey, because in the hair transformation picture, you can see that before I had the thinning at my temples. I almost always had my hair up in a ponytail. And the products themselves have helped transform not only my hair, but you also see my face, which I used to never really struggle with my face. My face was pretty clear. I would have a little bit of breakouts whenever it was, time for my cycle. But other than that, it was pretty clear, and it was dry. I did struggle with dry skin. But as we're aging, there's information about our skin that I never knew. And so I love watching my transformation. Even Cheryl was looking at some photos of her from a year ago, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, my face was so much worse than it is now." And then I wanted to showcase the beautiful, beautiful relationships that I've built here on this journey. That, to be honest, I didn't join for the community, but it was a blessing that I never ever expected to receive, but I'm so, so grateful for. And then my last photo of myself is me at an airport, because before money, I was hardly ever traveling, like almost never outside of literally never outside of going to visit family. And now this opportunity has awakened in me to take my power back. I love travel. And so afforded me the ability to travel more. So I love getting to share that with other people. And I'm excited for us to dive into this together.
So we're going to talk about where you are now versus where you want to be. And if you saw our pictures, I didn't go back to where I was before, like, my self-discovery journey. Monat was part of my self-discovery journey, but many moms feel stuck living in survival mode or counting themselves out automatically. And that was me when I had Hunter 5 years ago. And I had some undiagnosed postpartum depression. It was probably just baby blues, or probably not. But I am one of those moms that wanted to do it all, didn't ask for help, and I quickly got out of that mode. I started walking, I started listening to podcasts, and just like started opening myself up to a different world than what I saw. And so where I was then, I was the mom running around. Everyone was trying to talk to me, but I was like the resting bee face all the time, and no one wanted to approach me. But they wanted to approach my kids, so my kids were the gateway to me. And just finding that and getting rid of that part of my life, but I probably still have that face, um, opened me up to new things. And Monet came into my life during the pandemic when my husband was losing his hair, and we didn't want to be there. We didn't want to be the stressed survivalist family. So we tried new things to get out of our own ways. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about the power of self-reflection. And if you're in a place right now that you don't really want to be in, um, or if you're in a place that you are in but you want more, we're going to use this time right now. Please take 5 minutes, pause this video, to reflect on, write down where you are right now. So if I were to write down where I was when I started my taking my power back, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was 30 something, and then but before that I had a job and all that stuff. But I wanted to go somewhere different. So I wanted to take my power back differently. So give yourself permission right now, 5 minutes, set a timer to let your imagination run wild with no, what do you want to say? Like, help me with this, Candace. We want you to have no boundaries, have, what else?
No limits. And also, if you just, so I want to share a little tiny bit where I was, a lot of moms, if you are a mom, you're probably going to relate to this. Like when we become moms, and even spouses, if you're not a mom yet, we often shift our focus. So we start dreaming for our kids and we're willing to dream for them, but we table ourselves. So I personally, before Monat found me, I was lost in motherhood and marriage, and I had forgot to dream for myself. So this is your invitation to dream again. If you paused your own dreams, just think back. If you can't think about it in the moment, think back, like, well, what used to make me happy? What used to bring me joy? And if I could take care of my kids, and like, I really want to emphasize that "and" word for you. So your dreams don't have to not include your children, because in fact, Cheryl and I are both now including our children more than I know more than Cheryl was able to do before. And myself, I feel like I am a better mom because of this. So I'm gonna play some soft music, and we want you to take this time. If you need more than the 5 minutes, like Cheryl said, pause it, but we are going to give you 5 minutes right now because we believe in the power of writing. So don't limit yourself, just dream, and don't just like write it down. What would you do if you could reconnect with you? Oh my gosh, sorry. You got about 1 more minute. Start wrapping it up. Okay, before we move to the next slide, I want to tell you, if you didn't have a chance to write that down, this was what I was starting to say and I lost it for just a second, but it came back to me. Writing down your dreams, your goals, your vision is so powerful for multiple reasons. But the biggest thing that I've been experiencing in my coaching lately has been the reminder that our subconscious or our soul spirit, or that internal connection of that is us, is able to communicate with our brain. Our brain then communicates and sends out the signal to our hand. Our hand puts it down in writing. So it's like an output of information, but at the same time, our eyes are receiving it. And as we're thinking the thought, because we're hearing ourselves think it, it's kind of doing input and output at the same time. So it's strengthening the vision, and it's getting your body in alignment with where you want to be.
I love that time. I even use that time to dream bigger, and I hope you're in the same kind of space. I wanted to be in the space that you're in right now and talk to you. We're going to give you some three steps to take your power back, and how starting Monat as a business can help with that. So today we're going to first talk about I think this is it. So I think this is your slide. We're going to talk about how it's possible owning the journey through network marketing. And so network marketing is somewhere where Candace can probably talk about this better than I can.
Okay. It challenges us to get outside of our comfort zone. It's going to help you grow personally and professionally. A lot of times people will hesitate to start network marketing because they'll think, I'm not good at sales, and I don't have time, and I'm not very confident, and like I wouldn't be good at that. Like, you two are great at it, but I wouldn't be good at it. And what I want to let you know is that, I when network marketing found me, I actually worked with a different company years before Monat found me. And I had the experience with that company where it was fun. It was exciting for a little while, but then it felt like it was very salesy. And I want to get very specific with Monat here, because the products, everyone washes their hair. And a lot of people are now finding the benefits of washing their face, and a lot of people wear makeup. So we have all of these products, and they are designed with safety and efficacy. So like, they're effective and they're safe. And so the products themselves are going to help you, but also the team, like the company, the team. This company and they are 100% family owned, and they're American. They're from Miami. They're based out of Miami, and they are a Venezuelan family that came over and they got citizenship here. And so they are all about family. And so when you come in, you are never alone. And one of the things that we encourage people to do every single day in network marketing, but in specifically on our teams here with Monat, is to grow your mind every day. So in doing that, it enhances not just your skills or your business, because there's also trainings upon trainings that are available to you for free for joining with the company. But so you're going to gain skills that are going to increase your confidence there, but it's also going to encourage you to grow yourself. And then that's going to help you become a better mom, become a better wife, become a better friend, become a better daughter, and etc. So and for me personally, getting in with Monat inspired me to dream again. Our theme here is dream bigger. Like, it's one of our mottos, like that the company is huge on vision and dreaming, and like encouraging us to go bigger, go bigger, go bigger for ourselves, not even for them, not even for their personal gain, but for us. And they thrive off of helping us. So if that is something that, in your vision of where you would like to be, is to like invest more in your self-care or growing yourself in confidence, then this is a vehicle that's perfect for you. And I don't know if I'm
And something came to mind when you said this. Like, I, when I was on my personal development journey, money came into it in the beginning of it. And I was part of two network marketing companies. And um, I just didn't find what I wanted there. Like, I loved using their clothing, but it wasn't something that I felt like I could stay into long term. But I chose Monat because it was something where I found my family, and my personal development community. And it was always talking about like, what can we do for you to make you grow? And it wasn't about the products. Yes, we love them, but you need more than just products when you choose a business. And you chose to come on this call because you wanted to learn about how to take your power back. And this is just one of the vehicles to
Yeah.
help you take your power back.
Cheryl, can I ask you, because you have more workforce experience, have you, I know the one you were just in because you went into it with the self-care already because you did that during COVID. But
Yes.
before that, before Monat, when you were in the workforce, were there many companies or experiences where you were encouraged to like grow yourself every day on a personal development level?
No.
Yeah.
Like, period. No. I never even knew about like personal development. I've heard of like self-help books, but I looked at it as self-help. Like, why am I going to help myself? Like, I have the job that I want, I have the family that I want. I don't need to help myself. So I love that we are dubbing it a self-discovery because I've discovered more of myself than rather than helping myself to do other things. So this is where network marketing helped me continue that journey because otherwise I'd probably not have a community around that surrounded me that helped me grow as a person, but and also make money at the same time.
Yeah. And that's what I have noticed. And like, so I, for those who don't know, I got a degree in elementary education. I used it a very brief amount of time. At that time, Florida had an influx of educators. Imagine that. Totally different now. Um, but I couldn't find a job. So I went to work for our attorney as an unofficial paralegal, and then we moved to Maine and I became a long-term sub. So that was the little bit of experience I had, was substituting and then long-term sub. And I would say in education, there is the professional development courses, and they do talk about social and emotional now more than they probably did back then. But I would say that's more of like helping kids learn their emotions and rather than encouraging you to do it yourself. So I love, love, love that network marketing in general, but specifically money is always trying to help us increase our personal self. And gratitude is so huge here. I just got chills everywhere. Gratitude is so huge in this company. We actually have a philanthropy department that every time we go somewhere, whether it's a company convention or an earned trip, yes, you heard that right, trips that we earn, we always have a gratitude initiative in that area to leave it better than we found it. And so, really, it's encouraged us to become better people in our communities, in our even in our travels, to do something kind for the people that we encounter on those trips. So I want to take a minute and ask you to pause and reflect on what possibilities is this stirring up inside of you for you and your dreams? Like, is there any area that's coming to mind for you where you're like, wow, I would love to do that? And add that down, write it down to your dreams that, like, yes, I want to earn trips where I go and I help leave the place better. Like, they've, oh, I think it was the Bahamas. They went and they like painted a local school and they repainted it. They touched it up. They put new, plants around everywhere. And then when we went to Cancun, um, they were making like baskets, and we this is how thoughtful the company is. In our swag bags for Cancun, they gifted us local coffee. Number one, they supported the local business with coffee. And then two, these handmade coffee mugs that I still have in my cabinet right now because they want to support the area. So it's bigger than us. It's inspiring us to, you know, help the globe. So, how can you do that? And I want you to write that down while Cheryl's getting ready to dive more into the next tips.
So we're going to talk about gratitude. And gratitude is something that I began my self discovery journey with. And I love that I get to continue it with Monat. And it's just basically changing your mindset. It's the first thing you can do in the morning or first thing you can think of when you're about to be overwhelmed and stressed. Like you can say, I am grateful for, and look at what's in front of you. And gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's possible. And that's huge. Like we can think of like, oh, I have to go to, I don't know, I don't have to go to work anymore. So I have to go pick up my kids, but I get to pick up my kids. I'm so grateful that I get to pick up my kids. And that's what I've always wanted and what's possible. So, what on your dream list that we did in that 5-minute exercise is not what's missing anymore. It's what's possible. And what do you have right in front of you? This computer where you're listening to us talk. This is what's possible. And why it matters when you start like appreciating your journey, you just see that there's more possibilities out there. And then you're more open. Like I was saying, like I wasn't when I was in the workforce, what Candace calls it. And now I'm like, I put on my clothes to go to the workforce. um, I didn't think about what I was grateful for. I just like went in and just did what I had to do and left and did what I had to do at home. That yeah,
I
I
call that
wasn't
the
grateful.
monster will. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had to say this. I call that
What
the monster will. Like you're like, okay, you are the working mom on the
a
working monster wheel.
monster.
Yep, go down, go, like the hamster wheel.
So if you want to get off that monster wheel, and I think gratitude opens the door. And I'm all about the gateway drug because I talk about gateway drugs. But um, it's that door that will open up the possibilities. Exactly. So, like, we can practice right now and take that action. What are 3 things you're grateful for right now, big or small? And you can't choose. I guess you can choose whatever you want. But I know what you're going to choose. I can probably read your mind as you're writing it, your family, your house, and your health. That's what most people say, but I want you to think bigger or smaller than that, because those are big things, but also the things that we know already what we have. But maybe not. Maybe you do need that today. But if I got you, then
Then think of three more.
yes, think of 3 more. And if you ask me day one, if I could write 3 things I'm grateful for, those are the 3 things I was grateful for every day, which you can be. And then that list will grow and grow and grow. And you can probably be grateful for 1,000 things. Did you know that? Fun fact, fun random fact, that we have 300,000 things in your house, like of things. And that's an average of an American household. So if you're in a different country, it's probably different, probably more minimalist, but I'm sure you can write 300,000 things you're grateful for eventually.
So Cheryl, if you had to go deeper, let's give some examples. What would your three things be right now?
Uh, the internet, um, my bestie, Candace, and my hunter.
And why Hunter so that they know? I know, but
Well,
they
he's
don't.
sick right now, but I just want him to feel better. And you
Yes.
know those moments when you're like so like with your children because he doesn't eat anything. Um, right now, I'm just grateful that he's sitting and watching TV.
Yes. Okay. So my three were going to be my bestie Cheryl, who's doing this call with me, so I don't have to do it alone and talk to myself and the listener. Um, this warm mood boost because it's really helping my throat right now and it feels really good. So if you've seen me sipping it, it's because I am mind over mattering. And that was my third one, is the power of my mind, because I've come on this journey. I've come to know just how powerful our minds are. And so when I woke up this morning and where I am right now, they are massive. I am heads and shoulders above where I woke up. So those are my three things.
Yes, you are. And I love that gratitude is if you're into energy frequencies, or if you want to Google this after, it's the highest energy frequency you can get. So it's like that automatic charge of like, yes, I'm ready to take on the day because I'm grateful for everything.
Yeah, maybe we need to schedule a energy call so we can go deeper. Okay, so the next tip we want to share with you is challenging limiting beliefs. So first, we need to start with identifying what a limiting belief is, and that is just any thoughts that, you know, are holding you back. And some of these, I love them, but they may have come from your parents or your, you know, your church family or your friends even. So we really have to take the time, and we put this here on the slide. Are these thoughts really true, or were they just put on me by society, my parents, my friends, or my past? And by past, we're really talking about experiences. So if you're sitting here and you're looking to grow in an area, we identify, okay, what thought do I have that has kept me from getting to that next level area? And then the next step in this step two, the next part of this step is to reframe that thought. So, for instance, if you're getting started and you've heard about, you know, those shampoo girls, and you're trying to think like, oh, that could never be me, right? That's a limiting thought. Like, I could never do that. That's a limiting thought. So what we're going to flip that, and we're going to say, why not me? If she can do it, I can do it too. That's another one we should have put on here. If she can do it, I can do it too. So that's how we reframe it. We flip it 180 degrees. So right now, our call to action is for you to identify one limiting belief and write it down. And then I actually did this on a coaching call last night. Write down the belief, and then I want you to draw an arrow, because you're going to change from that one to this one, and you're going to rewrite its empowering opposite. So just like I said, I could never do what Candace does. And I want to flip that. If she can do it, if Candace can do it, I can do it too. And we're going to give you just a moment to get that written down. And I want you to, this might not be pertaining to network marketing. That's okay. We're giving you these 3 tips so that you can go and you can grow yourself and glow more. And then our hope is that, you know, as you keep doing that, you would want to come back to us, even if you're not going to do it today. We wanted to gift you some tangible steps to walk away from this call no matter what. So that's where our heart and our intentions were in setting this call up.
I love that. So the next one, Candace, you're also going to talk about this one.
Oh yeah, thank you for the reminder. Okay. The next step is aligned action. I actually heard this the other day. Maybe it was on a podcast that Cheryl and I listened to, or we shared with each other and we talk about them. That's how we speak. We speak in podcasts and personal development. But the lady who was talking on that call was saying a lot of times when people are, you know, looking for the next step, like, what do I do, God? What do I do? Then they just don't act until they receive a message, and then they say, well, I never took the action because I never received the message. A lot of times we are called to like just act, like whatever that first thought in your head is, take action in it. And we like to call it around here, we call it messy action. Like, okay, we're going to figure it out. I'm going to take one step and figure it out. And I'm going to keep asking and asking and asking. So what is an aligned action? It's doing something that challenges you, but it's also aligned with your vision. So every time you're taking an action, you can say, is this going to move me or potentially move me one step closer to my goal? And sometimes you may find that, I hate to warn you, you may be met with a roadblock or a detour, and that's okay. It did move you one step closer. You just have to go this way instead of going this way. Like, we thought we were going to be able to go this way, but oh, we needed to go this way. And a lot of times you will find in going on the detour, you grow so much more, and you needed that experience down the road. Okay. But you didn't know it because you were just looking at the final destination. Okay. Network marketing as aligned action. This business pushes you to take steps of faith toward the bigger picture of your life. We hear a lot of times, like for me personally, when I went to my first conference, and even a little bit before that, seeing my friend who was like winning, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Like at first, it started as a hope, like a wish. I was like, oh, I wish I could, have fun like she does. And then I started just taking action and like getting curious and asking questions. And then I went to my first conference and I saw like the millionaires receiving their jacket on stage. And I'm telling you, I will get one of those jackets. Like it's coming because I'm just like that pushed me to dream bigger than myself. So, whether it's starting, growing, or showing up consistently, look at that Freudian slip there. If you know me. Anyway, uh, action is going to build your confidence. So even if you're doing it scared, one of my tips, this is a bonus tip that's not on there. So get your pencil. Tell yourself you're practicing. Like if you're doing something that's not comfortable and you're like, it's new and it's an action that you're about to take, just say, it's okay. I'm going to practice it first, but you're really doing it, but you're telling yourself you're practicing, because when you do that, it takes away the nerves. It tones them down. So the challenge for this step is, what is one small step you can take today that is going to help move you towards those goals that you wrote down earlier?
Yeah, I love it. And um, just that one small step for me was to go outside and take a walk. So if it's something that will just get your mind out of the monster wheel or do something for yourself, um, I call it self-care. But take that aligned action. And I think we also have to remember that aligned action is not permanent action. I think before my mindset was that if I took this action, it's gonna affect me for life. Like, but it doesn't. Like, it's not gonna affect you for life. This is like why we're doing this call. You're taking your power back to see what you can do, see what you can explore. And it does take out, I love how you said, like, just practice. And that's me. Like, I'm practicing, Candace. I'm practicing. And so, and it just lets go of all the like permanency that I thought that taking action would be, like moving to a new place. Like, I thought it would be permanent and all these things because people talk about their dream house and that's where they're going to live forever. And I was like, is then you're never going to make a decision. You're never going to make a decision of how you're going to move forward. So we're taking this action right now, but it's not going to affect the rest of your life. But it could just change. It could be that one step that moved you towards something different.
I like to call
So
that
that's what I wanted to share.
a seasonal shift. Instead of thinking like it's forever, like I have to, if I start this, I have to do it forever. No, I have to do it during this season of life.
Yeah.
And then as you grow in that season, you may find, oh, wait, that's now no longer fitting with my aligned vision. So it's no longer aligned here. It's no longer aligned with my vision. So you might shift it and alter and update it. I liked it. We're always on like we're updating.
So those are the three steps. And this, we wanted to talk about how this can help all areas of your life, enhancing all areas of life. We always talk about the 5 6 F's: faith, family, fitness, fun, finances. I hope that's all the F's. But personal growth, self discovery, it gives you impact everywhere in your life. Like Candace was saying, you become a better mom, you become a better friend, you become a better daughter. Like, you become better all around because you're going to want to make everything better. And you've seen firsthand our transformations today, but you probably, if you met us when in the beginning of our journeys, we were probably totally different people. Um, so this gives you the power to chase your dreams again. And because I mentioned those 5 areas, what areas of your life would you like to improve if you took back your power today? Today, like what part? Like family, friends, faith, fun, fitness, food. What area? I'm sure you can pick an area really quickly. And
For
we want you to share like all these actions with your person that invited you to this call, because it's important that you have an accountability partner to keep you going, growing, and glowing. Sorry, Candace.
No, I was just gonna say, which one of those areas were you looking for to enhance when you said yes?
Family. I bought my husband hair growth stuff, or hair healing stuff. And then my daughter a knot detangler because she wouldn't let me touch her hair. And now she lets me do her hair all the time. So increasing my family relationships. When I said yes to the business, it was for me to take my power back, to show myself that I can do whatever I put my mind to. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, I think my initial yes was for products for my family as well. But then right before I said yes, it was more of like taking my power back in a sense of impact. I loved helping others before I became a mom. And becoming a mom, I was helping others. They were my family. They were more nuclear, and I loved getting to experience that outside of myself. And then real quickly, and I mean really quick, like yes, and then boom, I realized friends. I needed to grow in the friends department. And people probably are like, "What? You're in the military?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in the military. We move a lot. We make good friends and then we move away from them. And then while we may still stay in touch, that distance kind of separated us. So I felt very alone, even though I have a lot of friends. And I love that this opportunity, like Cheryl and I are now in the same time zone currently, but we're not in the same state, but we talk every single day. And then we have another friend that's in, well, she's not in Chicago anymore, but in Indiana now. And I talk to her every day. And so now it's like I've made friendships where I actually talk to people every day and I do not ever feel alone. So,
love it. And so just a recap. The three steps were: gratitude shifts your mindset. So practice that gratitude on the daily. Challenge those limiting beliefs. Like if you came on this call and you had those limiting beliefs about network marketing, I think you came on this call because you had those limiting beliefs about yourself. It's always comes down to yourself. And the biggest limiting belief for myself, going to be really vulnerable, is I am not worthy. I am not, and that is one of the biggest limiting beliefs for a lot of people. But this challenges you every day. This helps you challenge that every day and take that aligned action. So, this is your time. If you came to the end of this call, you finished all of this is your invitation to work with us. We want to work with you, help other people succeed. And do you want to continue on this? Because you
yeah.
have more.
So now we want you to get with the person who invited you here, and let them know what step, like you're ready to commit to investing in yourself, to taking those extra actions. And we was just want to share, we are currently recording this in December of 2024, and our company has been doing some massive updates. So much so we're actually like branding it Monat 2.0. And this is going to, these shifts, these updates, they just speak volumes to how much this company wants to help you. And one of the things that is on the table right now, as long as you're listening to this between December 2024 and June of 2025, and you're in North America, I believe, like USA and Canada, there are visionary founders shares on the table, a share that you can earn of the North American profits that are paid out quarterly based on rank and volume and stuff. So if that is something like you've wanted to be a founder of a company, like what? That is a huge opportunity to have extra income coming in for your family. And not only for you, but for anyone that you know who could use that extra income as well. You get in and once you earn it within your first year, it is yours for life. Like it doesn't go away. And then what is also here to stay forever is our Power Start bonuses and matching bonuses. So that is the way the company updated it now, is that it's a period of time when you get enrolled where you can earn bonuses for working your business. So customers and teammates, and as you move through the ranks of the company in your first 6 months with the business, building your business, then you are going to earn. And as you re-rank, this is something that is unheard of across network marketing. Yes, there are rank bonuses usually in most network marketing companies, but Monat is being a trailblazer again, and we are changing and updating our comp plan so that now you hit that rank, you get the bonus, but then during your first 6 months, when you re-rank that rank, you're going to get a re-rank bonus that's even more. And then you can do that 2 more times. So there's 3 total bonuses that you can earn for hitting your rank. And oh, by the way, this is for our first, 5 or 6 ranks in the company. And it gets better. There's more. As you bring in teammates and we help them together, we as a team, we all help them grow. Then as they rank up and they earn their bonus, you as their sponsor earn a matching bonus that is 50% of their bonus. So there's so much impact that you can make in your finances here, as well as impact with other people. You can help other people win and start dreaming again and moving. And there's trips we have a trip that's currently on the table. I'm sure as soon as that one is wrapped up, there will be another trip that's coming. So get back to the person that invited you and ask them, say, I need the link to join right now. I want to take my power back. I'm ready. Give me the link. And then our final encouragement here is that you don't have to have it all figured out. Like you don't need to know, like, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this. You just need to take one step, make one decision, live in one moment at a time. And right now is the time to tell that person, whether it was me, Cheryl, or someone else, I'm ready, because you are worth it.
Totally. And we just want to thank you for your time, energy, and trust. Taking your power back is something that we are excited for you to do. And this is the power to build your dreams, and it's already within you, and we want you to do that. So let's take that first step together. Thank you.